Hey there, and welcome to Thrive in 25. My name is Kimberly Eddy. I am a web developer, an author, and a productivity junkie. And I'm going to be teaching this session here about setting better goals and instituting some monthly reflection on those goals so that you can really see your purpose and your vision come to life. It's important to know where you're going, to know where you want to go, and to set specific intentions for how to get there. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And first of all, and most importantly, we need to have goals that are aligned to our purpose. And all the other sessions here, a lot of them are going to be talking about purpose. There's also the Mission Builder Academy, which is available here through Daughters United, that will also work with you and help you to develop your purpose, your mission, your vision, because you need to know the overarching goal, where you want to end up on the grand scheme of things, And you need those goals to align with your purpose. You also need goals that are going to be within your control. How many of us set the goal, I'm going to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year? That's great. And good for you. I mean, I'm always trying to lose weight. But is it really in your control? It isn't. You want to know it is in your control, I've learned? My new goal, my new intention is to work out 3 times a week. That's 2 to 3 times a week is my goal. Because that is in my control. I can't control what my metabolism decides to do with the food I eat. It's funny because like some weeks you lose 5 pounds and other weeks you gain 2 and you ate the exact same thing. So you need to set goals that are in your control, things that you can do. So don't say, it's great to say, I'm going to have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, but can you control what other people do? Not really. But you can set goals. This is what I'm going to do because I want 10,000 subscribers. So think about things that are in your control, that are aligned to your purpose. And, start off by just brainstorming all of this, fill a page and then narrow it down to your top 2 to 3 goals. You can't have 20 goals for a year. I mean, if you wind up achieving those 2 to 3 goals, then sure, grab some more off the list. Try to keep it simple, and then you're more likely to achieve that. Break things down into smaller bite-sized pieces. I have found that this is really key to setting and achieving goals and seeing those things actually happen. Break it down. First of all, quarterly, have one major focus per quarter. This is what I'm going to do for the next 90 days. I'm going to set aside this amount of time every day, except for Sunday or the weekends. One of my intentions a few years ago was to not check my email or my phone on the weekends, except for maybe taking pictures. And, it changed my life for the better, So, if you're only doing it 5 days a week, so every day for those 5 days, this is what I'm going to focus on for the next 90 days. Then break it down into monthly goals, monthly benchmarks that you want to achieve each month. I want to see that I did this by the end of this month, this by the end of that month. And take some time. Take some time to check it. Don't just make a goal and then hope for the best. Make a goal and check in with yourself. How am I doing? What needs to change about this? Okay, I thought I was going to be here, but I'm not even close. So maybe the goal might need to change, or maybe some of the activities I'm taking might need to change. Check in with yourself. Where are the hang-ups? Did I not realize how much time in a day I spend letting the dog in, letting the dog out, letting the dog in, letting the dog out? Anyone who owns a dog knows what I'm talking about. So check in with yourself regularly. I always check in quarterly, monthly, and then also weekly. And for each week, I have 1 to 3 priority tasks towards my goals that I want to achieve. And at the end of the week, I would check in with myself. How did I do? Did I get there? Did I not? And as I look at these goals, I also try to think of what supporting habits do I need to develop for this. I'll give you an example. Getting into better shape has long been a goal of mine. And as a web developer, I'm in this chair 8 hours a day. So one of the things that I did last year, and this worked out absolutely beautifully, this is a habit. I have something on my computer called rise.io. It's free. There's a paid version, but I just use the free version. And every 45 minutes it says, hey, time for a break. And you're like, okay. And then it makes your whole screen go gray so you can't do any work. And I get up, I do some stretches, I move, I get out of this chair and I walk away for 5 minutes. That's a life changer, but that's just one tiny habit that has helped me get into better shape, because the body at rest stays at rest until acted on, by an equal or opposite force, right? Our habits are important because we are what we do repeatedly. And so by building habits that support our goals and goals that support our purpose, we're going to see ourselves achieve that purpose. Other habits might be starting the work day. I start my day in the Word. I start my work day in my own business. I do a lot of client work, and I try to not dive right into client work unless someone, is texting me 300 texts that says, my website's down, in which case, yeah, obviously, that's an emergency and I'm going to take care of it. But I start off in my own business, promoting my own business, making connections, doing whatever administrative housekeeping needs to be done in my own business, because I have noticed that stuff gets away from me. So one of my goals last year was, I'm going to stay on top of that better. I am going to work on my own marketing before I work on, it's a tale as old as time, right? The cobbler's son has no shoes. I work in marketing and websites, and my own website needs attention, and my own marketing needs attention. So you have to make habits that support what you're doing, that support those goals. So come up with some of those habits and see if you can't make those habits happen. And another thing, and this is huge, that has helped me to achieve goals better, not only to set goals, but to achieve goals better, is to put those in front of you in whatever way you can. Now, this is what worked for me. I made my goals and my vision board the background screen of my computer. I open my computer in the morning, and that's what I look at. It's my vision board, and then along the side, my goals are written down. And that, I can't even tell you how much that helps me. It's always in front of me. We tend to set New Year's resolutions or goals, and then we get up from our table where we wrote those down and we move on our way. We want to put those in front of us. Figure out a way, that works for you. I heard another person use sticky notes on the mirror in their bathroom. They were the only ones who used that bathroom, them and their husbands. So they put the goals on the bathroom mirror. That's another thought. Wherever you're going to see it first, when you are starting your day, put it there. Put it there. Put it in front of your... Take a moment as you sit down, as you're getting started in your day, look at it and read over it. This is what I said I was going to do. I made this promise to myself, and this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm doing this week. This is what I'm intending to do this month and this quarter. Keep those in front of you and build those habits. And finally, I talked about reflecting on how we're doing, but also resting. We need to rest. In Mark 6:31, Jesus told his disciples, come away with me and rest a while, because you need to rest. You need to rest. Growth happens not just when we're working, but when we're resting after the work. And after a while, you're going to burn out if you don't rest, I had a pastor that used to say, Jesus said, come apart or else you will come apart. And, that's always stuck with me because I am a workaholic. I freely admit that. I will work all day. And I had to put boundaries up around my work. And so do you, So in setting those goals and setting those intentions and setting those habits, work in some rest, some godly rest, and just rest and know that you've done what you can do. Tomorrow's another day. You don't have to wait till Monday to restart. You don't have to wait for January 1st to restart. You can restart right now. You can restart tomorrow morning. Just rest. Get some rest in there. Goals are about stewardship, not striving. It's not about seeing how hard you can work and racing to the finish line, because that's good. That's a recipe for burnout. It's not about having 12 goals, and trying to go in a dead sprint. That's a recipe for burnout as well. Pick a couple of goals aligned with your vision and within your control. Break it down into steps. Check in with yourself weekly, monthly. I mostly check in weekly, but monthly, as well. How am I doing? How am I doing on my progress? Develop those habits that support your goals and just rest. That Keith Green song, you give them your best, you pray that it's blessed, Jesus takes care of the rest, and that's how it's got to be. So I wish you a very productive and thriving 2025. If you have any website questions, I don't just do full service web design. I also will install and configure Google Analytics for DIYers. I will do audits and provide you with a roadmap for DIYers. I have a very special, this is a new offer I have, the 7-day SEO espresso shot, where I will do all the foundational SEO work on your website and tell you how to keep it going. And that way you just have all the foundational stuff ready to go. Just the basics. I want to help support people who have websites, whether they had them professionally built or they have DIY'd them. And if you have any questions at all about your website, you want help getting clarity on developing your purpose, your content, or just figuring out where to go with your website, I am always available for coffee talks about your website. You can make an appointment to speak with me, schedule a meeting, and I am always happy to do that. I am available right here on Daughters United or on my website, websitesovercoffee.com, and I look forward to seeing you. I want to hear all about those goals that you achieved this year, okay? So make sure to drop me a message and let me know how it went, okay? Thanks. Bye-bye.